What's the story called?
Feeling now.
New.
New.
Close. Feeling new. I have a surprise, Emma, Mom, said when she picked up Rasmus up from school. They walked together down the narrow streets.
Who's Rasmus?
That's the little boy, imagine. Lined with colorful buildings. Rosalie for dinner? No, yeah. Rosalie for dinner? Rasmus guessed, hopefully. They had eaten it just last week for his 7th birthday, but he could always eat more. Beet and potato salad with pickled herring. Emma shook her head with a smile. I met 2 young women on the bus this morning, missionaries. They're coming to visit tonight to talk about their church. Rasmus looked up curiously. He had never met missionaries before. He was in his bedroom playing with his fire truck when the missionaries came. Ter, hello? They greeted Emma as they walked into the apartment. They removed their heavy boots and put on the house slippers.
Oh, Daddy,
They
remember
must live someplace different. Yeah, but we're reading this story right now. We'll read that one later, okay? They put on their slippers Emma kept for visitors. Emma led them over to the couch, but Rasmus hung back by the door. The taller woman noticed him and smiled. Her black name tag said Ode Craig, which means Sister Craig. Your mother told us you just had a birthday, she said. We brought you something. She held out a small card. Rasmus took and looked at it closely. It was a picture of a man. He wore a white robe and his hands were stretched out. Do you know who that is? Ode Craig asked. Rasmus didn't know the man's name. He had never seen this picture before, but the man looked kind and powerful. I think he's a king, Rasmus said. Both missionaries smiled. Yes, he is. He's the King of Kings. His name is Jesus Christ. Ode Craig pulled out a book with a blue cover. And this is a book that teaches us about him, the Book of Mormon. Rasmus and Emma began reading the Book of Mormon every day before he went to school. During school, Rasmus and his class went on nature walks and then took a nap. After school, he and Emma often met with the missionaries. They talked with the missionaries about what they had read in the Book of Mormon. Sometimes Emma fed everyone braided cinnamon bread. On weekends, he and Emma rode bikes or picnicked on the bench. Sometimes they took long walks in the forest or along their favorite river. On one of those walks, Emma told Rasmus she wanted to be baptized. Rasmus grinned. The missionaries had asked Emma to pray about whether or not to be baptized. It sounded like she had gotten her answer. And I know just where I'm going to be baptized, she told him with a smile. Can you guess? What do you guys think? Rasmus thought about the missionaries' lesson on baptism.
In the pond.
They had held up a picture showing Jesus with John the Baptist in a river. The river, he exclaimed, our favorite river. 1 week later, Rasmus stood on the riverbank. The missionaries and some other people from the church. Emma was ready to be baptized. She went all the way under the water, just like Jesus did. When she came up, she was smiling. Rasmus wanted to remember this moment forever. The blue water, the white wildflowers, and the green grass, and his mother's smile. What did getting baptized feel like? He asked her. When everyone was eating cookies and the missionaries brought. Wonderful, she told him. I wanted to stay in the river forever. I felt so new. She hugged him tight. For my next birthday, I want to be baptized, just like you, and you and Jesus, he told her. I want to feel new too. The boy in the story lives in Estonia. That's why they call a few things different things. You can read more about this country on page 14. What did you think about that story? Did he know how old was Rasmus? Do you remember? He just had a birthday and he was 7.
7? Holy guacamole!
But
So
his
he
mom was older. She didn't know about Jesus either. But the missionaries taught his mom and Rasmus about Jesus. His mommy got baptized, and then Rasmus wants to get baptized when he's 8. Then he can be baptized.
Oh, that's when you get.
Yep. If you want to, that's when you get baptized. Do you want to be baptized, Lucy? When you're 8 years old?
Daddy, can you let me find this?
Carl, do you want to be baptized when you're 8 years old? I'll bet if you're baptized, when you're baptized, you'll feel just like Rasmus's mommy. You'll feel brand new. And you'll feel Heavenly
But
Father's
I'm
hug
gonna
and
go
love.
like, I'm
And
gonna go like this, like at the swimming pool.
yeah.
Oh, Dad, this is kind of.